Where do you go when you can't fit in? What do you do when you're living in sin? Who's gonna laugh when you're making it joke? Where do you turn when your chicken is choked? He's funny, she's funny, they're funny, he's funny, I'm funny, you're funny. We're funny that way. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey there, and welcome to the We're Funny That Way podcast, a podcast that brings you highlights and interviews from the world's original queer comedy and performance festival, We're Funny That Way, still going strong after 20 years. I'm Maggie Casella. This episode is part 2 of our episode featuring Kate Rigg and Lyris Hung as the duo Slanty Eyed Mama. Their show is Happy Lucky Golden Tofu Panda Dragon Good Time Fun Show and is performed by Kate and Lyris live at the We're Funny That Way festival. We talk to them and learn about the intention of their work, how they became a duo, how Lyris went from classical to electric violin, plus we get treated to their music and poetry on the Asian experience. So sit back and adjust those sweatpants. Yeah, I know you're wearing sweatpants. Plus, as my pal Katie Ford always says, maybe just call them what they are, eating pants.
I'm funny, you're funny, we're funny that way. Hey, hey, hey.
Talk to me just a little bit about the show you're doing here at We're Funny That Way Festival.
We're a duo. I work with a musician called Lyris Hung, who I met while I was at Juilliard.
Yep.
We were introduced by an opera singer. So this opera singing friend was like, you're Asian, she's Asian, you're both cool, you should meet. So we met, and our first thing together was I did a one-person show and she played the transition music, and then we collaborated on one piece. And during that collaboration, we were like, oh, this is pretty cool. We could just do music. Like, we don't always have to couch it in a production, because it's a lot more logistically difficult to do a play.
Right.
Lighting cues and whatever, and monologues and stuff. Like, we could
right.
just do music. So we spent some time in New York going to like the spoken word clubs, like Nuyorican Poets Cafe. There's another place called Bowery Poetry Club. There's, the Cutting Room. There were all these clubs, and this is in the 2000s. And so where you could just plug in and do 15 minutes of material. So we went and we did this, and we started touring colleges. We started developing this language of contemporary, I guess it's like urban Asian material. Musically, we wanted to incorporate either themes from like, Chinese music, Indonesian music, whatever, but make it sound like current.
Yeah, contemporary.
Or we would talk about stuff like going to medical school, which is a big thing for Asian Americans. Stuff that no one talks about out there in the arts, you don't really hear this voice. And so we wanted to be that voice, because it's stuff that, one of our first pieces was called Me Love You Long Time, which was about stereotypes of Asian women. Another one was called What Are You, which is, the question that most half Asian, half white people get asked all the time. So It was all about the Asian American experience. So this show that we have here is a decidedly less political in the sense of, it's not about cultural politics so much. It's more a sort of refraction or examination of what it is to be Asian in America, or North America, or in the West. So it's like images that everyone sees that they associate with Asianness, like Hello Kitties, like bowl cuts, like like that cat that's in all the nail salons, like nail salons.
Here's a little something that we wrote. It's a real phenomenon in New York City. I don't know if you have this phenomenon as much of the Asian nail salon. Do you have that as much here in Toronto? Okay, well, here's something for you then. I came to country long ago, maybe not so long ago. I thought I'd marry Mr. Tom Cruise or Mr. Russell Crowe. Someone told me there was lots of work. Someone told me life was fair. Someone told me learn to file a nail, or maybe learn to sweep up hair. Well, I don't mind scraping callus down. I don't mind your stupid cat photos. You're looking at Candy Crush on your phone. You never have me in your home. When you ask my name, you don't meet my eye. I say it's Mary, but that's a lie. I hold your hand in my hand. My name is Long Phuong An. I want a chance, I want to change, I want to feel alive. I sit quietly and file you down, but still inside I rise, still inside I fight. You You might say, "Oh my God, Mary, I love your ring. Is that jade? Does it mean good luck? Do you care if we do a French mani-pedi? Lady, I don't give a fuck." So anyways, let me tell you about my work. Let me tell you about my boyfriends. My handbag cost as much as your whole life. Lady, I could stab you with a knife. Late at night, I go home to Queens. I ride in a shared van. I eat Kraft macaroni and cheese, and I Skype with Vietnam. I send money home every month, so I never have nice things. I hold your hand in my hand. My name is Long Fong Ann. I want a chance, I want to feel alive. I sit quietly and file you down, but still inside I rise, still inside I fight. Maybe I'll have my own apartment, maybe I'll have my own car, maybe I'll go on American Idol, someone will make me a star. I wash your feet and paint your hands. I save the money that I can. I hold your hand in my hand. My name is Long Fong Ann. I wanna change, I want a chance, I wanna feel alive. I sit quietly and file you down, and still inside I rise, still inside I fight.
I'm with the amazing Lyris Hung, the other half of Slanty Eyed Mama. You're the musical half of that. Well, Kate's musical too.
She's all right.
Yeah, but you're the virtuoso of electric violin. Talk to me a little bit about how you even came to that. Now, I know you guys went to Juilliard together.
Well, there wasn't really a moment where I actually like went to it. I'd always been really interested in non-classical music, even though I started on a pretty strictly classical track.
Was that like a parental thing? It was like, here's a violin you're gonna play?
Well, from the way they told it to me, they brought me to like a little kids concert when I was 3, and I showed some interest in what they were doing, so they, gave it a go, and they enrolled me in some Suzuki lessons, and I ended up
being really good
stuck
at it.
with it for the rest of my life. So, but I started listening to like non-classical stuff, like really weird progressive rock and Eric Clapton and all sorts of, very strictly non-classical stuff pretty early. And I started to improv along with the records that I was listening to somewhere in middle school, high school.
Really? That's crazy.
So it was just, kind of, I was an only child, so I had a lot of time on my hands.
So fast forward to now, and nothing about what you do is traditional on that violin.
Not really anymore.
So this show's called Happy, Lucky, Golden, Tofu, Panda, Dragon, Good Time, Fun, Fun Show. Because we wanted it to be very clear it was about Asian stuff.
I remember we talked about that on the phone, and you're like, I want to name my show. Is this too long? And I was like, well, I don't know. No, I want to add some more. Is it too long? I'm like, whatever. And it ended up, I think on that phone call, you decided.
Happy, Lucky, Golden, Tofu,
right.
Panda, Dragon, Good Time, Fun, Fun Show. It's also a feature film now. We decided to shoot the first run of it as a feature. So it's a concert film which breaks out into location shoots as well. Like we go inside of a nail salon, we go inside a laundromat, things like that.
Confucius say, cat is like life, diabolical and fluffy at same time. Confucius say, one day people who are not even Chinese will say, Confucius say. Do not listen to everything that Confucius say. He is a puppet of Orientalism and colonialism, which adopts philosophy willy-nilly, the same way your cat will adopt your Roomba vacuum. So listen to your cat. Otherwise, your cat will jump on top of that robot vacuum and shed fur all the while you are trying to clean the house, which is, of course, the great paradox of life. You keep sucking it up and the fur keep flying. This show is not about cats. This show is not about vacuuming. This show is not about Confucianism, but it is about confusion. Cross-cultural confusion, post-colonial confusion, identity confusion, mixed-race confusion, immigrant confusion, East meets West confusion. Also, there is music, but it is not a musical. If you want to see a musical about cats, you could see Cats. This is Happy, Lucky, Golden, Tofu, Panda, Dragon, Good Time, Fun, Fun Show. Maybe not as fun as the musical Cats. Definitely more Asian. Hello, Kitty. Hello. Good evening. Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Old-fashioned Confucian Lucky Cat has now been replaced by me, Hello Kitty. I am cute and lovable and very lucky because I am the richest Asian in the world. I sell idea of cuteness and silent complicity with a Western culture. If you feel confused by Asian stuff, just look at me, you feel so much better. I am not a real cat. I will not pee in your house or put my butthole on your mouth. Did you know that I was created, this is true, by Miss Yuko Shimizu of the Sanrio Corporation in Japan, and technically I am not actually a cat, but a girl. Check your facts. I have a cat. Her name is Sharmani Kitty, and I like to say, Hello Kitty, hence the confusion. But I am actually a girl named Miss Kitty White who lives just outside of London in the suburbs. They were going to call me Miss Kitty Caucasian, but it has the word Asian in it, and that is not aspirational. I am aspirational. My official Sanrio profile says I like apple pie. Also, I like conformity. I hope that you enjoyed the show, Happy, Lucky, Golden, Tofu, Panda, Dragon, Good Time, Fun, Fun Show, and that it will not deter you from commodifying your experience in the lobby through very blatant consumerism. Please buy our CD. Please buy a souvenir. Please buy. That is the Eastern manufacture. Take advantage of Western consumerism. Take advantage of Eastern outsourcing way. And everyone feel better, and everyone feel better when you buy. If you are feeling sad or you're consumed with self-hate, if you are feeling kind of fat, oppressed by your race, put a red bow on your head, make your eyes go round and dead, and look at me, look at me. Hello Kitty, everything's so nice and pretty. Hello Kitty. Ignore the racial politics, ignore the Orientalist, ignore sweatshop and outsourcing. Hello Kitty, just look at my pretty pussy. I mean my Hello Kitty. I mean my Hello Kitty. I love lots of things that are cute and white and fluffy, like marshmallows and angel wings and stickers that are puffy. I don't think about hegemony or body shaming tactics. I think about how cute I look with hair in pink elastics. Hello Kitty, everything's so nice and pretty. Hello Kitty. Ignore the racial politics, ignore the Orientalist, ignore sweatshop and outsourcing. Hello Kitty, just look at my pretty pussy. I mean my Hello Kitty. I mean my Hello Kitty. Just look at my pretty pussy. I mean my Hello Kitty. I mean my Hello Kitty. Please don't cry about history. Please don't worry about social accountability. Just stare into my round, round eyes. Meow like a cat and fantasize that everyone is equal and everyone is free and everyone can be white and cute and rich like me. Everyone is happy in a big house near the city. Now go buy a t-shirt. Now you're Hello Kitty, everything's so nice and pretty. Hello Kitty. Ignore the racial politics, ignore the Orientalist, ignore sweatshop and outsourcing. Hello Kitty, just look at my pretty pussy. I mean my Hello Kitty. I mean my Hello Kitty. Just look at my pretty pussy. I mean my Hello Kitty. I mean my Hello Kitty. Thank you for coming to Happy Lucky Golden Tofu Panda Dragon Good Time Fun Fun Show. I love all of your pretty pussies. We thank you. We hope you enjoyed it. Please join us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I love you.
That was the beyond unique duo, Slanty Eyed Mama, Kate Rigg and Lyris Hung, performing live at the We're Funny That Way Festival. You can follow Slanty Eyed Mama and Kate Rigg and Lyris Hung on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The We're Funny That Way podcast was recorded live at the We're Funny That Way Festival. It's lovingly produced by Katie Ford and Maggie Casella. Theme song sung by Deborah Barsha with lyrics by Kate Rigg and music by Deborah Barsha. I'm Maggie Casella.
He's funny, she's funny, they're funny, he's funny, I'm funny.